Which hero do you think you want to be today? Well, you can't expect to win them all.
Hey you, yeah you, are you stuck in gold platinum hell?
Yes,
Are you actually stuck in the unemployed lobbies?
he's right.
Are you getting the most teammates of booty me in despair?
That's me.
Well, I'm gonna tell you how you can climb through the ranks. Alright, if you laughed or smiled at that intro, you should like and follow. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Alright, as someone who has realistically made it to Grandmaster 2, and who knows, maybe by the time this video is out, I'll be at Celestial. Or Bronze, you never know. Now, realistically, as someone who has to work 40 to 60 hours a week, and someone who didn't get carried up there by playing with only professional players, TImTheTatman, or gets to grind the game like a regular 9 to 5, Nectros. I'm gonna explain to you how you can realistically climb, or how I did it at least, and tips and tricks I can give you. Now, realistically, you're not gonna be able to play DPS. You could probably get away with it in bronze and silver, but to climb through gold and platinum and diamond, I would recommend just using tank and healer. I know some of you are probably sitting there like, well, if I can't carry with DPS, I'm not gonna be able to play the game. No, I'm telling you, you will absolutely be able to carry with tank. And I'm gonna be honest, this is your average diamond player right here. I'm not kidding. This is Diamond 1 right here. But if you're able to play at least 2 to 3 tanks and 2 to 3 healers, you're kind of set. But once you start to hit gold and platinum, there's going to be insta-lock DPSs almost every game, and 90% of them are not even going to swap off.
Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
So realistically, the way I've climbed is just to play Magneto. And while playing Magneto, I just try to like completely shut down a healer role. Now, I mainly play Magneto myself just to specifically shut down healers because I can almost full counter it by myself. Like, I can consistently now, about 80% of the time, shut down an invisible woman or a cloak and dagger. I would say Luna too, but it's kind of hard to do by yourself because you need to coordinate with your team. And, you know, a good pro player will tell you, go into voice chat and start talking to them. I have never spoken to anybody in game chat because the only time I had it open, they just cry and cry and cry, and they're actually the worst players. I would know because that's what I do, but at least I don't go in the open chat and try to tilt all my teammates. Me personally, once I hit diamond, especially as a tank player, I try to get Wolverine banned every game. Like, it's just almost impossible to play the game with even a decent Wolverine. You just can't play as a tank. And I also try to ban Luna because she's the only one I can't like consistently shut down by myself. Now moving on to my second tank of choice is probably Doctor Strange. And like I said, if you consistently can get good with 2 to 3 tanks and 2 to 3 healers, you'll be set. Because Magneto isn't always gonna work, specifically if they have like heavy dive comp, or, you know, sometimes they're just like full countering my Magneto ult, so it's like I'm just wasting it. I can't really do anything with it. So Doctor Strange is a good pick, but most of the time when I'm playing, someone else is playing him, so I like to fall back on Thor. Or if I get pulled with a team that already has 2 tanks, I can fall back to healer, which I don't mind. It's nice to be able to play multiple roles, take breaks from one tricking, because I'll tell you, there's one thing I hate more than anything is a one trick pony in one role with one character. Cannot stand when I get teammates that can only play one character and one role, and they're like, oh, I don't know how to do anything else. I can't play better than this. If this doesn't work, I'm done. For the love of God! It's ridiculous. And those are the teammates you are going to get. Shit is not going to change. You will get those one-trick Spider-Mans and Iron Fist that have 60 hours on the character and actually are not even like a phenomenal player. They are like the most mid player I've ever seen. Please! And it is kind of sad. Another thing I've seen that happens in my games, fucking Rocket players, bro. Now, Rocket isn't a bad healer, but he's situational. But those people who can only play him because he's an easy healer, and then they don't even do good with him, it makes the game almost unbearable. Moving on to my healers of choice. Me personally, I like Cloak. Not because she's like the easiest healer in the game, because she has auto lock on. Even though that is a bonus, but I like the fact that she has like probably the strongest ult in the game. She gets it the quickest. She's probably gonna get nerfed because of it. and her cloak alone can save a lot of your teammates. You don't have to be the fastest reacting player, but a decent reaction time is all you need. But if there's like an enemy Iron Man or like mag ult, usually if you're not in your ult where you're stationary, you could switch to cloak form and you can save your team from it. And is one of those things is what will make or break a player, you know? Realistically, once you get into Diamond, she is the one that gets banned a lot. Her and Luna, pretty evenly. So if you're really good with Mantis, Invisible Woman, you're kind of set. Me personally, I think the best healer comp to run is a Cloak and Loki, because or Loki and Invisible Woman, because like half my games I don't even Cloak gets banned because she's the most commonly played healer, and Luna because she's the most annoying healer. Another tip, at least in my opinion, I think 2 tanks, 2 DPSs and 2 healers is like the play. That's how your team comp should be. But if the enemy is running 3 healers, I think you should run 3 healers to counter it. 3 DPSs honestly doesn't work in my opinion. It works maybe 10% of the time, but for the majority of it, 3 healers to counter 3 healers is realistically the only play to make. And I think having 2 tanks is better than having 2 DPSs. I think tanks kind of dominate the games. Now, my last little tip advice is for the healers. If you're having a problem getting dove and you're just constantly dying, my biggest tip is try to stay close to your healer, but not like hugging them. Because realistically, if a Spider-Man or a Magic is diving you, they have to hit everything in their combo to one-shot you. And if your healer just slightly heals you, you will out-heal the damage, and you should be able to regroup with your team. And as long as you're not separating from the other healer or like freaking out or running away from the team, you can survive most of the time. Now, if there's 2 or 3 divers, that's a different story. Or if it's a Black Panther, that's cringe. Black Panther needs to get completely fucking nerfed. Because half the time I've been dashed 4 fucking times and I don't even see what's going on. You just have to pray you have a good Namor, if that's the case.
This is all I got.
Now, if you realistically watch this entire video, you're awesome. Enjoy this blue Hawaiian Monster Energy drink. These things are fire. But yeah, if you liked the video, again, like and subscribe. What's the worst that could happen? But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.
That's it?
He locked me out here with them! He locked me with them!